just ahead on CTV News.
Prince George's County Police announced new details in the shocking disappearance of a young Prince George's County woman. I'm Katara Jones. I have the latest coming up on CTV News.
And the county executive continues her 100-day listening tour. Plus, if your child needs a little help in math, Mathnasium is coming to town. Those stories and more coming up next on CTV News.
Good evening. This is CTV News for September 5th. I'm Anaya Falcon.
And I'm Michaela Newton. Thanks so much for joining us.
Dakara Thompson, the young Prince George's County woman that has been missing since last August, was young and she was bright and had her entire future ahead of her. Unfortunately, her life was cut short, and today Prince George's police announced the arrest of the man they believe murdered her.
CTV's Katara Jones was at the press conference this morning where police broke down new details behind Thompson's disappearance.
That's right. The search for Dakara Thompson, the 19-year-old that went missing last month, is finally over. And Prince George's police say the body of a woman found in a grassy area off of Route 50 in Anne Arundel County is the body of Dakara Thompson. And today, Prince George's police announced they have arrested a Bowie man who is in the country illegally for her murder.
It is tough that we're at this point where the search is over and justice begins.
In a press conference with the county executive, Prince George's Police, Maryland State Police, and other law enforcement partners, police announced the arrest of 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez for the murder of Dakara Thompson.
I want to thank this community. When you found out that Dakara Thompson was missing, you answered the calls of her parents and her family to help find her, to locate her, because she means so much to so many.
What we learned new today from police is that on August 23rd, around 3 a.m., Dakara willfully got into the car of Hernandez Mendez near University Boulevard. Investigation reveals that the suspect took Dakara to his home on the 12,000 block of Cambridge Drive in Bowie and allegedly murdered her in a bedroom.
Her body was taken to the location that it was recovered at by Hernandez. At this time, there are no additional suspects. However, this investigation is ongoing.
According to Maryland State Police, on August 31st, troopers were dispatched to the area of Route 50 between Maryland Route 424 and Interstate 97 in Anne Arundel County for a report of a disabled vehicle. Troopers found what we now know is the body of Dakara in a grassy area near the highway. Maryland State Police say the disabled vehicle was not involved in Dakara's murder.
That area is probably about 7 miles away from the murder location, but a good distance away from where she went missing. So we are thankful that the Maryland State Police had the ability to locate that body based on that call for service.
As we reported, Dakara went missing back on August 22nd. She told her father she was leaving to go get gas but never returned. Her family tracked her car near the intersection of Jasmine Terrace and Riggs Road. Now, with an arrest made, the spotlight now shifts to Hugo Hernandez Mendez, who is in the country illegally. Investigation reveals that U.S. Park Police arrested him back in April for a DUI charge. He was released by U.S. Park Police and was awaiting trial. Nader says an ICE detainer was issued for Hernandez Mendez on Thursday.
I think that the U.S. government has made status of individuals relevant. This was someone who was in their custody, and they made the decision to release him. So I think the questions should be asked of the Justice Department.
The next step in this murder investigation is that Hugo Hernandez Mendez will now have to appear before a judge for a bond hearing. Katara Jones, CTV News.
Thanks, Katera. Mendez's bond hearing is set for next Monday. He faces first and second-degree murder charges. What we also learned about Dakara Thompson is that she was a recent graduate of St. Charles High School in Waldorf. After graduation, she became a member of the Maryland Service Year Option, where she was working at a nonprofit in Prince George's County. Governor Wes Moore called Dakara a, quote, bright light in our state.
And we have another critical missing persons case also coming out of Hyattsville tonight. 43-year-old Erica Perry was last seen on August 25th near the 6200 block of Bellcrest Road in Hyattsville. She's 5'6" tall and weighs 200 pounds. Perry may be driving a white 2017 Toyota Camry. Her Maryland license plate reads 6DK7385. And anyone with information on Perry's whereabouts are asked to call 301-985-5060.
And Prince George's County Executive Aisha Braveboy made a stop in District 47 today to hear the concerns of the community. Today's stop at the Mixed Food Hall in Brentwood is a part of the county executive's listening tour. District 47 leaders and county and municipal officials came together today to discuss concerns like affordable housing, illegal vending, crime, transit concerns, and development plans. Local leaders say the stop on the listening tour was beneficial.
It's impactful for our community to see that, the county executive is actually doing these visits, and like she said in her speeches, that it's not the same like coming and seeing on your own eyes what the community is saying.
I hope for people to accomplish a real feeling of District 2, a real sense of the community. We have such beautiful buildings and initiatives like Mixed Food Hall, the Arts District, all the work we're putting in. You're going to see the multi-gen coming, but with the amazing opportunity, with the Purple Line construction, with our structural investments, we also have issues.
Right now, we all need more resources in all of these various nooks and crannies in this community. And so we know that finances are tight at the state and county level, but that's why it's so important for us to have our county executive here in our community to see the importance of these resources, where these dollars are being spent, so that it's not just a line item in the budget, but that they're real people, real communities as we're making these decisions.
We're going to look at today some of the positive things that we have, like this venue here, Mixed Food Hall, and some of the arts community that we have. And we're going to look at some of the challenges that we have too, as it relates to the unhoused, as it relates to some of the challenges that we've had with transportation, the development of the Purple Line. And so I'm just really grateful to her because we love where we live, as does she, and we're going to make it better together.
And we'll continue to follow Braveboy as she makes stops across the county during her 100-day listening tour.
Well, Prince George's County has joined a public-private partnership with CIS Strategic Management Services to tackle flooding, improve water quality, and bring investment directly into underserved neighborhoods. The Clean Water Partnership has restored local streams and treated millions of gallons of stormwater. And the partnership has also built green infrastructure projects that reduce flooding and create safer public spaces. We spoke with CIS on what the community can expect and how the partnership came about.
So Prince George's County sits in a floodplain, which means that it's prone to flood. If we get a certain amount of rain within an hour is how we measure it, whether it's a 5-year rain, 10-year rain, 50-year rain, or 100-year rain. With all of the development, then the tributaries and the water system can't handle all of that water at one time. So we have to make sure that as we do development, we also do stormwater management and put things in places like impervious surfaces that where the water can penetrate through it and it can go into the water system and eventually go to the Chesapeake Bay and out into the oceans.
Meanwhile, a Temple Hills man has been arrested in connection to an illegal car rally back on June 29th. 21-year-old Malachi James is charged with the unlawful taking of a motor vehicle, exhibition, driving, and handgun possession. Troopers from the state's car rally task force attempted to conduct a traffic stop at the scene, but 2 people fled from the scene on foot. And 2 loaded firearms and ammunition were found inside. On September 5th, police executed search warrants in 3 county homes and found additional firearms inside.
read the headlines.
Well, after months of the Trump administration's slashing of the federal workforce, the acting head of DOGE is asking for more tech hires. Acting USDS Administrator Amy Gleason says agencies are searching for tech talent to help improve service delivery for the public. Gleason claims the agency had about 13 engineers managing thousands of contractors at the beginning of the year. But in February, DOGE removed about 50 of its 200 employees.
And a chill is hitting the U.S. job market as hiring slows to a crawl. The Labor Department says employers added just 22,000 jobs last month, far fewer than expected and down sharply from July. The unemployment rate ticked up to 4.3%, and factories and construction companies cut workers, and the federal government, they shed 15,000 jobs. The weak numbers have fueled expectations that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates at its next meeting. While critics say President Trump's tariffs and police are spooking businesses into pulling back, economics warn the slowdown could deepen the raising of the odds of actual job losses in months ahead. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Anaya Falcon.
And I'm Michaela Newton. Still to come, county teachers sign a new 3-year contract.
And have you ever heard of Mathnasium? We have all you need to know about it coming up next.
CTV News.
I sat down with the interim superintendent to talk about what students and parents can expect this school year.
As students prepare to head back to school, county police are looking to fill an important safety position.
We have a lot of people fired up about supporting our children.
All 9 sororities and fraternities that make up the Divine Nine are coming together to donate for Prince George's County students.
PGCPS is rolling out their new bus tracker app that shows how students are getting to and from school.
People really want to be here. They know the great things that we're doing here.
These are kids that are literally going to change our world.
Yeah, we're excited to have 132,000 students coming back into our doors.
CTV News, bringing you news that you need to know.
Welcome back. A leadership shakeup in District Heights tonight. David Street is out as city manager. Stepping in is acting city manager Darren Swain, a Prince George's County native, former state delegate and longtime community advocate. Swain brings years of experience in government, education, business, and nonprofits. City leaders say he'll guide District Heights through the transition with priorities that include revitalization of Marlboro Pike, building partnerships, and keeping day-to-day operations running smoothly. And Mayor Cynthia Miller says the city remains strong and stable, and she's confident in Swain's leadership moving forward.
The Prince George's County Public School Board and the county's Educators Association will have a special meeting this afternoon to sign a 3-year agreement to strengthen recruitment, retention, and support. The contract would raise starting teacher salaries above Maryland's $60,000 minimum 1 year ahead of the state mandate. The contract would also improve school safety, increase reimbursements for classroom supplies, and build in more time for professional development for teachers. And Prince George's County Public Schools Office of Integrity and Compliance has released its first annual report covering its work through June of 2025. Established for independent oversight and to prevent fraud, the OIC received 294 complaints and issued 33 recommendations. Now, key findings include a board member and paid while working out of state, wasting nearly $9,800 and over $36,000 in improperly paid legal fees. The report also highlights potential $1.3 million in annual savings by reforming substitute teacher pay. Now, to some, math can be hard, but one woman is trying to make math fun by opening up Mathnasium, a math learning center in Hyattsville.
The wheel is the center of the center. Yeah. All the kids come here for this wheel. How does it work? So for every kid, they have their own learning plan. Mathnasium is a franchise. It helped my own daughter for 7 years.
Mathnasium's newest learning center in Hyattsville is set to open in mid-September for kids as young as 4 years old to high school seniors. Carrie DeTegno noticed a need for the center in her community and stepped up to the job.
outside of this community, you can see many resources, right? You see mathnasium, you see Kumang, you see so many other resources. But in Hyattsville area, I feel like it is badly needed. It's urgently needed to bring some kind of additional resource to support the families, support the students.
Prince George's County Public Schools saw improvements this year on MCAP test scores. Scores show students are 24.8% proficient in math, but still more work needs to be done.
It's a day-to-day thing. You go to a restaurant, you calculate your taxes and tips. It's everywhere.
Students will get a personalized plan and come in regularly to the center to meet with skilled tutors. And for those students whose favorite subject isn't math,
we really try to promote this idea of math is fun. Math is relatable.
And the grand opening will be on September 18th at Mathnasium's Hyattsville location on Baltimore Avenue at 5 p.m.
And today, 2 police officers were reunited with twin girls that they delivered after receiving a unique call 3 years ago. The Seat Pleasant police officers delivered the babies in the back of their cruiser on East Capitol Street on the 13th of May in 2022 around 2:30 a.m. Sergeant Singleton and Officer Griffith were helping a woman get to shelter when she suddenly went into labor. The babies were born before medics could arrive, and fast forward to now, those same officers reunited with the twins at their adoption ceremony today. Sergeant Singleton says they are honored to be a part of the moment and proud to see them starting this next new chapter. And there's a lot to do and a lot going on around the county this weekend.
That's right. We'll tell you how you can enjoy your weekend, those details and more news after the break.
Everyone loves a champion, someone whose performance puts them head and shoulders above the rest. But not all champions wear a medal or hoist a trophy. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. We believe abuse can be prevented by taking a hard look at how we coach, how we train, and how we interact after the last whistle. We've provided millions of safe sport trainings to coaches, athletes, and sport allies. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we're shifting sport culture because every athlete deserves to compete free from abuse.
A new Wallet Hub ranking places Maryland as the 3rd best state for women's equality. The state has the 6th lowest pay gap between men and women, with women's weekly median earnings being a little more than 11% lower than men's. In Maryland, women have a 0.4% worse unemployment rate than men and a nearly 2% gap of advanced college degrees between the two genders. Out of all 50 states, Maryland ranked 7th in workplace environment and 11th in political empowerment.
And Maryland collected more than $18.4 million in retail cannabis tax revenue between April and June of this year. The central region of Maryland, which includes Baltimore, Anne Arundel, Carroll, Harford, and Howard counties, brought in the largest share, with just over $8 million. As of July 1st, the sale tax rate on adult-use cannabis rose from 9% to 12%, with the extra 3% earmarked for the general fund. That increase will be reflected in the next quarterly report. And if you're looking for something to do this weekend, you don't have to go pretty far in this county. And the Downtown Largo Festival is back. The family-friendly event will feature live performances, food trucks, and more. The festival is tomorrow, Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Shoppers Way in Largo.
Also back is the oldest running fair in Maryland. The Prince George's County Fair began in 1842 as a friendly gathering for local farmers to showcase their livestock. Livestock is still featured, but the entire family can also enjoy carnival rides, games, and watch the competitions taking place. The county fair is held on the grounds at Showplace Arena. It opened yesterday and runs throughout the weekend. For more information, you can go to countyfair.org.
Also this weekend, don't miss the St. Constantine and Helen Greek Fest in Silver Spring. The annual Greek Fest, going into its 65th year, is a celebration of culture and hospitality. There will be live music, Greek dance, performances, and authentic Greek cuisine. A portion of the proceeds donated go to the Maryland Coalition of Families. And if you have a big appetite, there will even be some Euro eating contests.
We have lamb shanks. We have Athenian chicken by the half. We have chicken and pork souvlaki. We have a gyro line, grill line, where we have the gyros and we have the pork and chicken souvlaki. We have the French fries. We have Greek French fries. And we also have fried cheese, which is called saganaki. The Greek culture is either the faith or the food. And the food obviously is a very large part of our lives because it's healthy, because it's a Mediterranean type of cuisine, and it's tasty at that.
Admission and parking are free, and this event is rain or shine. So for more information, you want to visit their website at SCH Greek Fest.
And chicken finger chain Zaxby's is set to open its first restaurant in Prince George's County. The planning board approved a draft resolution yesterday indicating the new Zaxby's location has the go-ahead to build at the intersection of Brooks Drive and Pennsylvania Avenue. It's just one of the growing number of chicken restaurants to expand in Greater Washington recently, including Dave's Hot Chicken, Raising Cane's, and Atlanta-based Chicken Salad Chick. All right, don't go away just yet.
Simon Buggs has our Friday sports page.
Hey there, everybody, and coming right up, football, and more football. All that coming up on your Friday sports page. Hear what's going on after the break. Stay tuned.
I was a young dad of 3 amazing kids, and just when you feel like life is starting to come together, you get kind of hit in the face. I was born with a congenital heart defect and had open heart surgery as a kid. I was supposed to go to the heart doctor once a year, and I finally went. I'll never forget, he sat back and he said, yeah, it's time for open heart surgery, or you risk your aorta rupturing, and that's it. I was scared out of my mind. The night before my open heart surgery, I made a goodbye video for my kids, just in case I didn't make it.
Be strong. Take care of your mom. I love you guys.
But I did make it, and I owe it to the research and life-saving medical breakthroughs funded by the American Heart Association. Their research funded the heart valves that helped save my life. I'm so grateful to have more time with the people I love, doing the things that I love. To learn more about the life-saving work of the American Heart Association, go to helpheart.org today.
Okay, everybody, it's time for your Friday sports page. Now, the day is finally here, everyone. The start of the 2025 high school football season begins tonight. Teams from all over the county are looking to get off to a strong start and begin their quest to hoist that state championship trophy in December. And I stopped by a certain team over in Springdale and talked to them about the 2025 season. It's an exciting time over at Flowers High School as the football team is getting ready to kick off the year. The team is looking to build off of last season's success, where they finished 9-3 and was just one game away from getting back to the state title game. And it's clear the team is looking to do that, as head coach Damian Powell loves the competitiveness and intensity his team has had in their practices.
Man, they love to compete, man. We go back and forth at each other. I got guys that like to fly around and have fun, and you know, those guys, is hard. We got to tame them down a little bit at practice, so that's the best part about it. And these guys love to compete, so when we get out there, man, just look for a great game every single time.
For Flowers' first game of the year, the team will host Eastern High School, and players on the team can't wait to take that first snap of the 2025 season.
Feeling excited. It's definitely something we've all been waiting for, preparing for. Ain't no worries at the end of the day. You work hard for it, you prepare for it. It's just going to fall in your lap.
Feeling great. We practiced good all
off season, lifting, out here in the classroom. We ready for whatever.
I feel confident as always. I feel like I had a great off season. I'm ready to play.
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling energized. I'm ready to go.
Eastern is coming off of their first win of the season, beating their opponent 58-0. And the Jaguars told me what they want to see out of their team to walk away from the game 1-0.
We stay energized. We come together and play as a team. I feel like that's number one, and that we don't give up no matter if we're in the face of adversity.
I want to see us come together like we've been doing. I mean, just like it is another day of practice, we come and we compete, and we just going to compete to the highest level.
The 2025 Jaguars have talent all over this roster, and combine that with the experience the team has, Powell has high expectations for his squad.
I think this is another team that can make it to the state championship, not only make it, but win it. So it's our ultimate goal, of course. Everybody wants to do it, but we was able to get to the Final Four last year with a lot of inexperienced players. Let's just face it. This year we got another year under our belt, and I'm looking for a lot greater things. So yeah, I really feel that this team can do it.
Kickoff is tonight at 7 o'clock, and there'll be more action on the high school side of things as Bowie will take on Gwynn Park. Central will travel to Hyattsville to take on Northwestern. Largo will face off against Oxon Hill, and finally Crosson will face off against Bladensburg. Meanwhile, the Washington Commanders will be suiting up for their first game of the regular season this weekend. The Burgundy and Gold will be matching up against the New York Giants to kick off the season. And defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. touched on his defense matching up against quarterback Russell Wilson and the rest of the G-Men's offense.
Quarterback Russ has experience of being one of the best deep ball throwers in the league since he's been in the league. And so with the weapons that he has outside, that makes it a challenge. I think Tracy is a really good runner. He has patience. He has really good contact balance. He can find the cutback, really good patience, and the lines working together from this preseason to create those holes for the runners. So it's going to be a good, fun challenge for us, and we're excited. We're excited to finally get into football and games that matter.
Kickoff is on Sunday at 1 o'clock. And sticking with football news, the UMD football team will be back in action tonight, taking on Northern Illinois. The game begins at 7:30. And finally, the Bowie State football team will also be playing their first game of the season this weekend. The Black and Gold will be in Pennsylvania, taking on Shippensburg University. Kickoff is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And that wraps up your Friday sports page. Bugs, CTV Sports, raise hail on Sunday, Washington, and good luck, Bowie State.
All right, Simon, thanks so much. Let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight will be mostly clear. Tomorrow, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 89, but we have a chance of rain in the afternoon. Sunday, more rain is on the way. We'll have a high of 75 and a low of 55. Monday will be mostly clear and sunny with a high of 75.
And for our community calendar, this Sunday, the Prince George's County Farm Bureau is hosting Farm and Family Day. The free event connects residents directly to the source of their food through hands-on activities and live demonstrations. This event takes place from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Baden Firehouse. For more information, contact 804-541 and 0559. And that's a wrap for CTV News for now. Thanks so much for joining us.
We'll see you again next week. Have a good night.
I'm Leslie, Chief Marketing Officer of Guns. We've never met, but I'm already in your head. My company manufactures guns, and I manufacture your manhood. I make men like you feel big and strong by selling you bigger guns and even bigger lies. And if motivating you doesn't work, I'll just scare you into buying one. Be a man. take control. Protect your family from those people. I got plenty of tricks up my sleeve.
She's overdosing.
Carrying the lock zone, you could save a life.